So here's what happened. Like everything that Wayne and I do, it's unplanned and we have no idea what's happening. So we had somebody that was supposed to show up that did not show up, but I saw a buddy of mine walk through the studio window and I grabbed him and pulled him in, which is interesting because we all know Scott, right?
I know.
Scott with BioGreen. Scott will make your grass green. Period. That's what he does. He does a great job. Scott, thank you for dropping in, man, and talking with us for a few minutes, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. Just to add on that, so you're networking and sweat working at the same time, huh?
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's sweat working.
Sweat working.
Yeah. I'll trade.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, stop with the bell. Oh, see now, Scott. Listen,
I'm sorry.
You are borrowing that mic right there, buddy. So don't.
Okay, I'm on borrowed time.
Those of you that don't know, he is pointing to Rookie to ring the bell just to get things started.
That bell is supposed to be only when we make fun of Joe. Only when we make fun of Joe.
Oh, he knows that very well. Believe me.
No. But to also add what you guys are talking about, small businesses, answer your phone. When the phone rings, answer your phone.
Amen.
And then if they set up appointment, try to set up appointment that day or the next day. Because in my industry, with the lawn industry, there's a million other people out there that can take care of the people, and you jump on the client and try to set up and then close the deal right away. It's really one of the best things to do. And also kind of piggybacking back with the chamber. When I first started this, I joined the chamber and started networking, and that's how I started my business. Started at zero, and we worked it up. It's about my 9th year now, and we do a lot of the NASCAR communities, lawns and stuff, and networked it really way through the NASCAR because I've been working with them for many years before I got into this. But
Scott is just a master, really, at generating leads and sales. And you are right, Scott. You're the perfect guy to talk about how the sales process has worked because you're from old school and you learned how to change and alter to what is the new environment.
And he does it right.
You have to. Right. You have to. But it's always been a good experience. I like working in Statesville and in the Lake Norman communities, and y'all are doing a great job.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking some more with Scott with BioGreen. Up for a second, Scott. Tell them what BioGreen actually is and what it is that you do. We know, but some listeners may not.
Sure.
There may be 2 people in Statesville that still don't know who you are.
There we go. Well, we're a natural lawn fertilization company. We come around and treat your yard once every 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks basically, and put you on a schedule. Right now we're in our 3rd round, but we're fertilizing, weed control, fungus control, and then we rely on the homeowner to have able to cut the grass and water it and maintain it.
And all natural, right?
Yes, the fertilizer is natural. We do use some chemicals to eradicate the weeds. So if you have a yard that's full of weeds, we need to spray it out first, and then after that, spot treating. So we know just enough to chemical to keep it under control, but not. We tell people we're not total tree huggers, but we're not chemical lovers. We're the guy that's in the middle, and we're the ones that can figure out how to make your yard nice and green and healthy.
Right. And believe me, if you go to his website, you'll see the difference between before and after, and it is just absolutely amazing. It really is. It really is.
We were talking about, because I was trying to pull you into our coaches' discussion about the importance of education and providing information. You made a nice point that we didn't make during Coach's Corner. When I said, do you help educate people? You said, well, they don't want to know all and you're right. What you need to educate them on are their hot buttons. What do they care about? They want their grass green. They want it free of weeds. And so, the fact that you can educate around that as to how you can do that, but they don't care.
Sure.
What your chemicals are, or what?
Well, he said something that was interesting. He said you need to change your watering schedule based on the time of year. I didn't know that, and then he quickly said to David, "Hey, you need to be watering 3 times a week, 30 minutes each zone," and that's completely different than what I started the year off watering. So
sure.
That's interesting that type of information is important,
well, especially in the summer months with fescue. Most people have fescue lawns around here. It's a fine line between watering. Some people will water too much in the afternoon, and then it creates brown patch and fungus. So you really don't want to keep your fescue wet. The key word is deep and infrequent. You want to hammer it like a big rainstorm and then lay off. Then some of these yards, these fescue yards will, after this past week, when it gets dry, they lose color and they'll turn, start learning a little bit of brown, and we get a big toad strangler like we had a couple nights ago here. And
toad strangler,
as we call them, toad stranglers, ribbit. And So, and then the next day it'll pop up and green again. So fescue is a really funny grass. I always say fescue grows north and south, and the dreaded Bermuda grass, what a lot of people have here, grows east and west, and it's a constant war between the two grasses. And there's a lot of mixed breed grasses in Statesville for sure. A little bit of fescue and Bermuda, and so you just got to treat the yard the way you see it. Each one is a little bit different. Some have more shade, more sun. But watering is very critical right now, especially during these hot months. You just got to baby it through until we get to September, October, and then September, October, you want to start aerating, seeding, and that's the beginning of growing season for us in the fescue.
If somebody wants to reach you, how can they do that, Scott?
704-500-6788, Scott with BioGreen, or www.biogreennc.com.